Hey Dream Chasers, it's JC, and I kind of want to talk about this whole COPPA thing. Well, actually, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't even really want to think about it. Every time I think about it, my brain feels all itchy. So I've watched videos about it, I've read articles, I've read the FTC's website, I've seen Twitter threads. Oh man, the Twitter threads. Here's the thing, I think I understand this stuff, but I'm not sure I understand it enough to explain it to other people. So the responsible thing for me to do at this point is to just point you guys to all the videos where I learned about it. So there's a bunch of links in the description. Go check those out if you want to learn more about this from actual smart people who know what they're talking about, some of whom are lawyers. And check out those videos because they explain how COPPA affects content creators and how it affects users, and why you should care about it even if you're not a content creator. There's even some concern that some adult users who watch content that's seen as for children, like video games, art, crafts, things like that, are gonna have their ability to comment and participate on YouTube severely limited. So even if you're not a content creator, it's a good idea to find out how this whole thing could affect you. So I'm going to try to explain the COPPA thing as best as I can, and also talk about my plans for this channel and how I think it might affect me. But please note that nothing in this video is legal advice. And fuck it, while we're at it, this video is not for kids. God damn it. So COPPA is a law that existed since like 1998, and it stands for the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which is great. Kids should have privacy online. I'm on board. Since then, it's been updated to include things like web cookies, and they've made rules that you can't collect that cookie information about kids under 13. And I don't know how I feel about that. There's debate on either side that, no information about kids should be collected, as where some people say that it allows that targeted marketing to happen and that benefits people because there's more content made for kids if there's more advertising for kids, and there should be incentives for there to be lots of kid-friendly content. I don't know, honestly, that's not really my lane, so I'm gonna stay out of that part of the debate. The thing I'm gonna focus on though is how it affects creators who are not explicitly making content for kids. Implicitly? Wait, what's the word? Exclusively? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna focus on how this affects content creators who are making content that isn't just for kids. So if COPPA is a 20-year-old law, why does this matter now? It matters because earlier this year, Google and YouTube got in trouble and had to dish out $170 million for violating COPPA because they were collecting data from kids under 13 using cookies. YouTube was like, nah, but we're a general audience site, and the FTC was like, okay, but there's lots of channels on your site aimed specifically at kids. Alright, I kind of have to give it to the FTC on that one because there is a lot of content on YouTube aimed specifically for kids. And the average person isn't going to think, YouTube is for general audiences and I should let my kids watch it. They're going to think, fine, just watch Baby Shark again. I don't care, stop crying. But here's where I get kind of confused. There's YouTube proper and there's YouTube Kids, right? And I would assume that YouTube proper is collecting data and using cookies, and that YouTube Kids is not doing that, right? To comply with the law and shit. So why isn't that enough? Well, apparently the FTC thinks that anyone who has kids and is sharing an account with their whole family and not setting their kids up with a YouTube Kids account, that it's YouTube and the creator's responsibility, not the parents'. Which, big yikes. That'd be like if you were watching NCIS on TV and then your kid walks in the room suddenly and the cable company and the TV studio who make the show get in trouble because a kid watched their show. Like, what? Like, how would they even control that? And that's sort of what this situation is. Kids may or may not stumble onto my channel because their parents either don't have child restrictions set up or they don't care to, and somehow the FTC is saying that's on me. And there are a lot of people saying, oh no, but it's not on you, JC. That's still on YouTube. Don't panic, this is being overblown. But none of the people saying that are lawyers. The lawyers are the ones saying, JC, you're gonna get sued. You personally, JCF Chase, should be worried about this. I mean, maybe not exactly that, but that's what I'm hearing, you know? And the thing is, I kind of believe it. I think people are being naive to think, oh, the government's not going to sue a bunch of content creators who are barely making it and have no money. That's absurd. And it is absurd, but it was also absurd when the RIAA sued 12-year-olds, dead people, printers for downloading illegal MP3s. But here we are. So why is this going to fall on us, the content creators, and not YouTube? Well, it seems like YouTube's sticking to our platform is for general audiences thing, and they're kind of slapping a band-aid on the problem by asking us to report whether or not our videos were made for kids. And a lot of people seem to think that that's fine, just marking your content as not for kids is going to protect you. But it's not. The reason YouTube is having us do that is because when the FTC inevitably comes after them again, they can say, no, we have no reason to think those videos were made for kids. Talk to the content creator. They're the ones who said it's not. Go ask them about it. They're just covering their own asses. So marking your videos as not for kids doesn't protect you from the FTC. Because think about it. When you mark your videos not for kids, it's not like YouTube is putting a label on it or adding extra restrictions to your videos. Nothing happens on the user's end. There's no change. So your videos with cartoon characters and dolls and Pokemon games look exactly the same from the user standpoint, which to the FTC might look like you made content that was for kids and chose to monetize it and not label it as for kids, and therefore you did a bad, even if you didn't mean for your video to be for kids. So if your channel gets flagged and reviewed by someone at the FTC who doesn't understand the fact that adults also like those things and that your content wasn't made specifically for children, it doesn't matter. You're still getting sued for $42,000 just because someone in a suit never saw an animated film in their adult life and they think your analysis of My Neighbor Totoro being an analogy for purgatory is somehow made for small children. At first, I wasn't worried about any of this because I was like, I don't know, my channel's not really for kids, it's fine. But then I realized I have a lot of thumbnails with bright colored cartoon characters and my avatar is kind of cute. The beginning of my video has this cute little character with rainbows and wings and it's like very animated. I could see how someone might think that that was designed for kids. It wasn't. It was designed for me, a 35-year-old person. And to me, my channel's not for kids. I talk about things like transphobia and racism, but the thumbnails on some of those videos feature popular cartoon characters. You know, and I don't think cartoons are just for kids, and those topics clearly are not aimed for kids, but I'm not confident that someone at the FTC would see that and make the right call. So I'm gonna share my plans for my channel to try to protect myself. I'm not necessarily saying that this is good advice. In fact, if you have knowledge of the law, please let me know whether or not you think this would help. But anyway, my plan is to add age 13 plus to all of my thumbnails, titles, and video descriptions, at least on any videos that I think could potentially be interpreted incorrectly as being for kids. I know that might not stop every kid from actually viewing my video, but I know plenty of people growing up who, you know, took those kind of age restriction warnings very seriously, and I think it demonstrates to anyone that might be reviewing my channel that I took appropriate steps to try to deter kids from watching my video and make it clear that my content wasn't aimed at children and that I'm acting in good faith within the law. And it kind of bugs me because I think YouTube could very easily just add an overlay and tag all of our videos for us, so it's clear on the user's end. But I don't think they're all that concerned with protecting content creators, to be honest. So that's my idea, is to just put it out there. Hey, this isn't for kids. Try to make it as clear as possible. I don't know if it will help, but I don't feel like it would hurt. So that's what I'm going to try to do. If you would like to know what you can do, there is a petition you can sign, and you can also contact the FTC and let them know your thoughts before December 9th. But before you do that, please make sure that you are polite and informed. There are some links in the description that include talking points for both creators and viewers if you need help crafting your message to the FTC. Those are courtesy Nerdy Crafter, who made a great video about this topic. There's a link to that in the description. Quick content warning though, there's some gendered language and some binarism in that video, but the message is very good and it was very helpful. So thank you, Nerdy Crafter, for spreading the word and helping us understand this better. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Good luck to all of you out there. My advice is don't panic, but stay informed and pay attention to your sources. I'm not a lawyer, but luckily there are some lawyers weighing in, so listen to those people. They're smart and they know the law. Anyway, until next time, chase your dreams. Peace. Quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you all so much. If you would like to see your name in the credits, get early access to my videos, downloadable coloring pages, and extra art content, sneak peeks at comics and stuff I'm working on, please go to patreon.com/jcchase.